Yes, 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 man. 104 to 103, brother.
Yes, sir.
Against a
All right.
tough Toronto team. Had me hit all of my feelings, man, all jumping around my room. The Bulls get it done tonight. Welcome to the Bulls Guys podcast. I'm your host, Kenyatta Wright. This is my co-host, Kataka from Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, Bulls fans?
Tonight, we're going to talk about the game results, which I'm eager to talk about. We're going to go into the stats. Demar's guarantee, we're going to go into that, which led up to this game. And we got some other topics to discuss that we're going to go down the list and discuss. But man, my boy Carter fined $2,000 for flopping. We're going to talk about that as well. But man, this game, man, it started out really, really rocky. The Bulls came out the gate playing slow and playing half court. This game showed me a lot about our team. Showed me a lot about the style that we played that helps us lose games. This team has to realize that they have to play fast. Teams know them, but they don't know teams, if that makes any sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Teams know what makes them go, but they don't know what makes them go.
Right.
They out and running and they forcing turnovers and they getting in teams passing lanes and they're playing frenetic with a frenetic pace and throwing the ball, throwing lobs, and teams can't handle them. I seen it against Milwaukee in the playoffs. They did it in game one, and then they went away from that game plan, started playing half court with Giannis and them big boys. That's candy for those big guys over there in Milwaukee. They don't want to run up and down.
Right.
The Bulls got to start making teams uncomfortable.
Right.
They came out the gate. All Toronto's first 18 points of this game were in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bulls started running and getting out and running and start moving the ball. And they went on a 20-2 run going into the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went on another 14-0 run. And then Toronto in that second quarter, going into the third quarter to end out the second quarter, went on I think it was like I forgot, like a 20-0 run or something like
It was a
that.
20-0 run. It was
It was like a
20-0.
20-0 run. This was a game of runs, man. And the Bulls went 8 minutes without scoring. And the main reason why that happened, trying to establish Vooch too hard. So I guess Vooch, they was trying to satisfy him because he was mad from the last game.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get him established too hard. Like just keep on going to him. But Vooch wasn't scoring. So when he wasn't scoring, Toronto would get out and run. And it was history. But I think this Bulls team also shoots way too many threes and need to take it to the rim. The reason why we won this game tonight, even though it ended in a Caruso 3, is because Demarr forced his way to the basket to get to the line.
Yeah.
Those free throws that he had, even though he missed the key ones that he needed, he did make some, and he wouldn't have got to the line if he didn't drive. This game is not winnable if DeMar didn't force his way to the line.
Right. I think that, man, what they had that mindset that this new year, this new system of shooting threes, they saw that shit wasn't working. They weren't trying to do like they did last game, trying to shoot 42, 45 fucking three-point attempts. And it wasn't working because if you notice, when that second unit came in, that defensive unit, that's when things started turning around. You know what I'm saying? They started being more aggressive on the D. You know, we had Caruso, you had Torrey Craig, you had Ayo out there at times. And you know, it was and that ball was moving around and wasn't nobody shooting threes. Everybody was just taking it to the basket, forcing turnovers and running fast breaks, like you said. And then as we got back further, you know, later in the game, you know, that's when DeMar said, you know what? These damn threes, ain't nobody hitting. Zach wasn't hitting, back brace, whatever. Vooch was struggling, you know, chippy shots by the rim. You know what I'm saying? So he like, you know what? I'm not losing this game because he made a guarantee before the game started that
he did.
they was gonna win this game.
And
so
we're gonna talk about that guarantee in a minute.
absolutely.
But man, one thing that I learned from Toronto, they like to put you in switches and pick and rolls.
Yeah.
They was doing that a lot to Kobe, and they was doing it a lot to certain players on our team and getting up like Ayo and forcing them to guard like Siakam and the other young bull. I don't know his name right now. Damn, his name looks at me right now. But man, Bullseye Group is just on fire right now. Fans are so happy right now because, man, I don't even remember the last time we won a game, bro. I don't remember the last time we won a game. It probably was the play-in. That's when the last time we won a game.
That
But
was
man,
last time
it seems like
that counted, right?
Like it's been a long time since we were able to get happy over the Bulls, bro. And it's like it's crazy. But I need this to continue. They should have learned something from tonight. You have to learn from tonight that you're not a bad team. We had some Bulls fans that I was going back and forth with on Bullseye Group, and I'm like, man, like you giving up on them too fast, and you saying like they garbage. They're not garbage. It's the way that they're being utilized. You got to understand. You can't just put names on paper and put them on the court. Things have to be executed. Game plans have to be executed for a win to take place.
Right.
They're just names. They still have to work together and develop a win, bro.
Right.
So I don't get why people think we could just put names together and just throw them out on the floor and voila, win's just gonna happen. That's fantasy, bro. You still have to perform.
They got that 2K mentality, man. They would go in there, you know what I'm saying, and put this 2K line up and just think all of a sudden, okay, we got us a mega team. But we saw a lot of those super teams put together and that shit don't pan out. They end up even being busters, like Brooklyn. Next few years ago when they had Kyrie and KD, you know what I'm saying? Or they just, end up getting, into the playoffs and then get ousted in the first or second round. But you're right though, K-Dub. His team is not bad. I would alter the lineups a little bit. And I was thinking, man, I know Kobe did well and he's learning as a point guard, but certain matchups, man, I would rather have Caruso as that point guard.
He didn't do too bad on them big men though.
No, he didn't.
Very pesky defender, man. I love Caruso to death. But see, I started to kind of cool off on Caruso because last year, I don't know what was up with him, but I didn't see that hustle and that grit, man. We need him to be that kind of player.
Yeah.
We need Drummond to be playing more. We need Zach and DeRozan to pick their spots.
Yeah.
Zach didn't play well enough. I think he has an injury. You know what I mean? But
he made some questionable shot attempts.
Yeah. Once again, Pat is nowhere to be found.
Right.
If we could get him to, give us something that shows us he's worth keeping. Yo, man,
he need to come off the bench. Torrey Craig.
I got a problem with it because maybe that'll force him to work harder and gain his spot. Because right now, maybe he thinks, "Oh, I'm AK's dude, so I ain't got to work that hard." No, dude, you can be cut as well.
Yeah.
You can be cut as well. Don't think like you just going to dog it and then we just going to give you 200 million. First, you ain't getting 200 million.
No, not at all.
Throw that out the door because you ain't getting that.
You ain't getting that even no damn.
Even if he was playing well, we couldn't give him that.
Right. I mean, why would you get more than DeRozan and Zach?
You can't get that, bro. If DeRozan leaves, you probably can get it, but I don't even want to talk about that right now. I need you to get on the floor and give me that beast that I think you can be. If you can give me that beast that I think you can be and we win games, it'll be hard for us to say no to what he wants.
But see, the clock is ticking, though. Clock is ticking. Each game that we play, and he putting up these single digits. I mean, that conversation is gonna be had real soon. I don't think they're gonna wait till trade deadline. They're gonna have to alter. They're gonna have to correct that.
But when I made the comment that early on in the year when I talked about the San Francisco 49ers on Bullseye, San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bulls are kind of in the same boat.
Right.
They both got management that has a lot of money. They both have teams that have multiple stars on it. And they both have teams that pick and choose when they want to play hard.
Yeah.
And when they want to show up. And they got that spoiledness about them. Oh, we're the 49ers, so we don't have to play today, but we still probably can win. No, you have to go out there and grit some wins out. Teams is not going to just give you every win.
Right.
And I feel like the Bulls fall into that trap sometimes. I even heard like some of our fans and even like our team itself make comments that I'm like, dude, you ain't even won nothing yet. Like DeRozan got mad because we lost the last game, but dude, we've been losing for a long time. Where have you been at? This is the first time it's bothering you. It should have bothered you when we ain't even get to do the play-in last year.
Right.
Because
he's trying to get that contract extension. That's why he being more vocal.
Yeah, but see, this is the problem. We got to stop worrying about money and contract extensions. Do your job on the floor, and the contracts will take care of itself. But if you're not helping me win, I don't want to pay you.
Right.
That's how I would roll if I'm an owner. As soon as we go in the boardroom to do negotiations, what have you done for me that I should pay you this?
Right. Performance-based business.
If you could convince me in this meeting, because look, I own a franchise, so I can pay you anything I want to pay. But why do you think you deserve this? Prove it to me in this meeting. And by the end of the meeting, if you convince me, I will sign that damn contract.
Right, right.
And a lot of them can't do it because they know they're not going hard as they can.
Right.
But why should it be like that? If we don't pay you what you want to pay, you unhappy. So why shouldn't we get the wins and the performance that we want from the players? But let's not go too far away from the game, man. The game is what we came here to talk about.
Right.
White, he's a liability on the floor at certain times. I don't want him out there guarding big men. I don't want him out there dribbling the ball too much. He's the type of guy, he should play a Ben Gordon role. Come off the bench and get the ball wherever he gets it. Demarr Derozan, take over the game like he did tonight when we need him to. Same thing with Zach. Vooch, when we need a bucket in the post, when we can't hit jump shots, that's where you're supposed to be at. We got to start putting these guys on roles. And then on the defensive end, you got to get in teams' passing lanes and get them uncomfortable. I love what I've seen tonight from them getting in Toronto's passing lanes.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it at certain points of the game, and Toronto started coming back. If something is working, you got to keep milking it.
Yeah.
You got to keep milking it until they show you that they can stop it. If they ain't show me that they can stop it, then listen, I'm going to be in your grill.
Yeah. I think another thing, two things on defense that they need to work on. For one, they got to stop getting caught up on screens, man. Our guards kept getting caught up on them screens. Kobe White in particular, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they the Raptor was able to switch all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got White on Siakam or White on freaking Scotty Barnes, and he was just having his way. Another thing is we gotta know when to double team. You know what I'm saying? We had guys double teaming guys that you ain't got to worry about scoring. Why you doubling? You leaving guys wide open to shoot. Luckily, they weren't hitting as many threes because they would start missing towards the end. So I think we need to work on those two things. We need to figure out that matchups a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Toronto had 21 turnovers in this game to 16 for the Bulls. Total rebounds, the Bulls had 52, Toronto had 53. So this was a pretty close game. It was neck and neck. Assists, Toronto had 25, the Bulls had 18. See, the Bulls stopped passing the ball, so I could believe that. They stopped passing the ball at certain points of the game.
Especially towards the
They're not
end.
supposed to do that, huh?
Especially towards the end.
Yeah, Toronto is very unselfish. They don't care who scores. And see, and that's the problem I think with us that I didn't get into. There's points of the game where I feel like our players are saying, okay, now it's my turn to score, that we played the right way. No.
Right.
You keep doing what you're supposed to do the whole game
Right.
until it's over. I don't want you switching and isolating.
Right.
No, they're going to trap you. You're not going to get an easy score.
Right.
Now,
them offensive fouls was key too.
Look, 10 steals for the Bulls, 5 for Toronto.
Steals?
10 steals. Points in the paint, 50 for the Bulls, 48 for Toronto.
Right, and that's all Demarr Derozan damn near.
Defensive rebounds, 37, 45 for Toronto. Field goals, Toronto shot 47% from the field. I can believe that. The Bulls shot 37. And 25% from three, Toronto shot, the Bulls shot 20. We never really shoot a good percentage, man, because I think the last game we shot a bad percentage as well.
28% last game.
Right. We just like shooting threes, though, yo. But that's not the reason why we won this game. Well, Caruso's three, but
right.
We mostly took it to the basket. You can see, look, 50 points in the paint, bro.
And see, and that's the recipe of a game. When your shots ain't falling, especially you realize that early on, that's when people need to start slashing and cutting. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And that's why DeRozan, start slashing and cutting. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the foul line. That's how you win games, man. Not the threes all the time. You could even live or die by the three.
Now in this game, man, I'm gonna tell you what. Demarr was making me mad. He was. You missed. I think he missed 3 free throws
It
that
was
could
three.
have ended this game.
It was three. Three
I'm like, we
times.
shouldn't even be in overtime with these motherfuckers. We shouldn't even be in overtime. Like we made it tougher for ourselves. Bro, you gotta knock those down, bro. You've been in the league for a long time, bro. You starting to remind me of LeBron. He didn't miss one. That's how I knew he was nervous. He missed a lot of them.
And I don't know how the hell he nervous. Ain't like you on the road and you got thunder sticks clapping. You know what I'm saying? You at home.
No, 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 no,
Everybody
no, 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 brother. I get why he was nervous because he made that comment that guaranteed we
that
was
shit
gonna
was
win.
playing back in his head.
Now let's go into that comment. Why do
Okay.
you feel like he was so confident that we was gonna win tonight?
It must have had a real good conversation in that players only meeting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about that later too. The players only meeting.
Yeah, a lot of people was voicing their opinion at each other. Of course, there was mums and word on who was speaking on who, but I think this had a conversation. They was like, okay, I think it's a system that they really want to care for. You know what I'm saying? This new
Mhm.
shooting all these threes, and just the guys need to step up. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell by in the timeout, he was just pissed off, like, man, dude, you guys got to start hitting shots, cutting or something. Y'all got to start moving. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I guess he must feel real good about that conversation they had, and we're trying to keep that positive spin, that positive thinking. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't gonna let that shit ride out. You know?
Well, let me tell you something, man. I liked it because it set an expectation for the team going into the game that,
Right.
whoa, he made a guarantee. Oh, so we can't lose tonight
Right.
because we're gonna make him look bad. And I think that probably added to his frustration in the huddle. Like, yo, y'all gotta win tonight, man. I put my name on the line, my guarantee. Y'all gotta win. When you make
Right.
them guarantees, you gotta deliver on that because you know how bad he would have looked if we lost.
Right.
So he had a lot of pressure on him, and I get that. But dude, you still gotta knock him down, bro. You call yourself a superstar player. You missed the fourth quarter. You the reason why we was even in the game. What are you nervous about?
Right.
Go there and knock down them
That's
shits,
true.
man.
That's
If
true.
you
And I
miss it,
think
just gotta live with it. But don't be nervous.
I think a lot. I mean, I think the team really respect him, man. I mean, I know the younger guys do, like Io and Dalen Terry. So I think he got a lot of respect in that locker room.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. So if anybody's gonna speak on making guarantees, it would have to be him.
Right.
True enough, he hasn't won no championship, but he came from a Greg Popovich, type of team. So you know what I'm saying. So he got that respect.
Yeah. I got my microphone here, my Blue Yeti, man.
Blue Yeti. Said your good luck charm. Oh, what's that? Oh, the microphone. Okay,
Yeah,
I
the
ain't never
Blue
heard of
Yeti
that.
microphone.
Okay, I'm gonna have to invest in one of those.
Yeah, it's a good microphone, bro. But I'm really happy tonight, bro. Like I'm happy that we stuck it out, because we played hard tonight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I mean the way we've been playing like since last year, bro. I felt like we needed like a reward, and then to show up like this and play hard because based on the way we've been playing, it took a lot of effort for us to pull this shit out, bro.
hmm
And for those guys to walk back through that curtain and not pull out the win, I'm so much of a Bulls fan, I would have felt the pain for them.
yeah,
You can't lose it, bro. You have to win that game. You just lost at home. You don't want to lose 2 home games start the season. That's kind of deflating right there.
yeah,
To lose
yeah,
2 home games in front of your fans, and then the fans is all crazy and want you to pull it out, and then you let them down, bro. You can't do that 2 games in a row, bro. You got to win at least one of your home games. I don't really like them losing at home at all.
right. Got to defend home court.
Yeah, you
Now the
remember
question,
back.
the
Go ahead.
question is, if they would have fought, they went into overtime. What if Caruso wouldn't have made that three and they lost by that 1 point? Do you think Bulls fans will be booing them and really, calling
I
for the
don't think
head.
they would have been booing them, but they would have been disappointed we didn't pull it out because everybody was at the tip of their seats. You ain't see fans like this. And
I saw dudes praying.
yeah, people was praying, people was scared, yo. Like it's like, yo, man, y'all gotta pull this joint out for Chicago, man. Let them
Yeah,
go home night safely, man. Beat, like Stacey King be saying, bro.
it was dudes, man, praying when DeRozan at the free throw line. They was zooming in, man. Dudes like this, man. Kids praying. And I was like, damn.
Yo, man, I could tell you one thing I was feeling like when I was watching that is that I know I'm from New York, but it's like Chicago is like my second home, bro. Like I
Yeah,
love Chicago. I passionately love how they love their sports.
man, we love all our sports, brother.
I love how they just love their sports, man. And then like, as a kid, I used to always think about Chicago and how it would be. And as I got older, I started going to the Bulls games because I never had a chance to go when I was younger. And I started traveling to Chicago. It's like my favorite vacation city. Then I'm downtown under the L, going
Hmm.
to the Italian beef shop,
Oh yeah.
and going past Michigan Avenue to the Navy Pier, and then going to the Flamingo and having a drink and having Chicago style hot dogs, and then
Hmm.
walking by the pier, walking by the bridge, and walking down Michigan Avenue. I just love the city, man. I love it there.
Okay.
I love it there, man.
Well, hey, when you next time you come, I take you to a real Italian beef. You probably had Portillo's when you down here. I take you to a real Italian beef
They
spot.
had a picture of Mike Ditka outside of the window. It was right under the L where the hostel hotel is at.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Right when it's like right like Michigan Avenue is right here. It's the next
Mm.
street over, and it's where the trains ride at. It's right under the L.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I take you to a real one, man. You
But
know.
I've been to Chicago so many times, man. It's like I just love it every time I go. I remember one time, man. I gotta tell you a story. I was coming from the Wizards and the Bulls game when this is when Gilbert Arenas was playing.
Okay.
And I'm coming from the game and I'm walking on that bridge. You know that bridge that go up like this?
Yeah. Well, they
And
all do. They all go up once a boat goes through. But yeah,
where they
on the
got all the flags at, and you got the bridge there.
Chicago River. Yeah, on the Chicago
Yeah.
River. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm walking down that bridge, and this is in October. This is like the end of October. Like
Oh
I think
damn.
like the third or second week. And it's like 2009 October, and the wind was just blowing so
Oh, that
hard.
wind is a
Bro.
muff.
It was blowing, like literally blowing my body Kataka down the fucking bridge. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? This shit hard as
Dude,
shit.
that's the scariest thing. Walking over them bridges, man, downtown, and it's cold. And that
I'm
wind
like,
blowing.
now I know why they call this shit the Windy City. This shit's blowing my body literally down the bridge. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, bro.
Hey, it's people be jogging on the lakefront when it's cold and windy. Damn near got to get rescued out of Lake Michigan. I
Mm.
BS you not. Must be falling over Lake Michigan jogging.
Yeah, man. But this was a good win tonight. Now let's go
Yeah,
to this players only meeting.
yeah.
What do you think about this players only meeting? Give me your opinion about it. What have you heard about it? Have you heard any other insights about it? I heard any other news about it? Read any clips about any reporters that were in the locker room that heard what was being said? Um, do you think it was necessary that we had the team meeting at this time? I think it was necessary because it was early. You want to nip this shit in the bud right now that no, this
Mhm.
is not the type of season we want to have. But what do you think, in your opinion, as my co-host? Give me your opinion about the team meeting.
Well, I did see article on Shams, the reporter, who's a
Mm-hmm.
reliable source. He was just saying pretty much that the players just felt that a lot of things that they were doing, wouldn't generate the results. It was like the same old stuff from last year. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? As far as the whole style of system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know what I mean? And it wasn't working, and then the guys, people not hitting shots, not scoring, and they just didn't want to go down that same road of losing again because, they just felt like, okay, we at home, we getting blown out by 20 some points. Team, we ain't go out there and compete. So a lot of people was questioning, certain players was questioning other players' work ethic, man, when it come on the court and stuff and they motivation, he's being lackluster, being lazy, whatever on defensive. So it was that's what I was hearing, that a lot of players was like really calling out other players, and you know what I'm saying, and questioning, you know, the system. So they didn't go in much detail, of course. You know, they making it more than what it seemed. You know, it was just a conversation, but I heard it was like a bitch gripe session. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the coach is gonna say, "Hey, it was just a conversation." So,
Well, I heard they kicked Billy Donovan out of the locker room.
yeah, I heard that he was going to the locker room. He actually went into the locker room, according to him, and they say, "Hey, Coach, you mind if we, talk amongst ourselves?" He's, "Oh, no problem. You guys need more time? No problem." And he walked himself out willingly.
Right.
That's according to him in his press conference. But another thing to add to that, I think Vooch was upset because he wasn't getting them touches. Because that was, like I told you before in the last meeting, that was one of the things that made him want to do that contract, is because, hey, I need more touches.
I got. Let me say something real quick. Number one, Vooch is starting to piss me off.
Making demands.
Dude, I'm not hearing that we lost a game out of your mouth. I'm hearing that you didn't get the ball. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about getting the ball. Excuse my French at home. Chicago,
Right.
who's listening to this podcast, excuse my French. It ain't about you, bro. It's about us as a team not pulling out a victory, and you talking about your touches.
Yeah.
We gave you the touches tonight. You ain't hit no shots.
Right.
So we basically, that's when we started losing. That's when the game started going down. When we started giving you the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They came down and gave it to you 3 straight times. You shooting that nut ass hook. You couldn't even hit it. Dude, you the issue. And I'm sorry. The way that the Bulls need to play, based on what I figured out tonight, he doesn't fit that. Because every time they're trying to set him up, they play slow and they play half court. They need to be playing fast. If he can't get with it and play like that, I don't even care about you. Not how you if you mad. You need to go.
Okay, dog. That's why I said from day one last year, when he found out the news that Lonzo wasn't coming back, I'm like, we need us an athletic big man.
Mm-hmm.
We need an athletic big man. If you gonna have Patrick Williams, where yeah, okay, we need somebody who's gonna be a legit rim protector. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have one or the other. You know what I'm saying? But they went on ahead and went the opposite and signed Vooch.
I wouldn't be mad if Andre Drummond started.
He need to.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a double machine. He'll go back to his old days of being with the Pistons, 25 and 15. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I think we can win this division.
It's
If
gonna
we
be a
don't win it,
dogfight.
it's gonna be Milwaukee and us, like right here. If we play the way we played tonight in the first quarter.
Yep.
If we play like that, hold on, have on. If we play like that, we can win.
And if we move Torrey Craig and move somebody else in that starting lineup as a point guard.
All right, fans. That's all the time we have. I'm being alerted by, that we run out of time by the Zoom systems. We're gonna have to upgrade at some point when we get a lot more time. But I think we covered all the bases anyway, man. The Bulls win tonight, 104-103. Very emotional game. The game was so exciting that I'm gonna go back and watch it again. That's how good the game was. And the thing, the significance of the game is that it kept going back and forth. It was a game of runs. We was down by 20, and then they was down by 20. And then we was down again, and then they was down again. It was a game of seesaw back and forth. But I'm glad we pulled it out. My man Kataka here. He'll tell you where to follow him. But it's in the show notes in the description box where you can follow us. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all these social media. And please like and subscribe, man. We need the support. We're growing podcasts. This is our 3rd season, but we're still in our early phases, and we can use the support.
Absolutely. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Katakagram. You can follow me on Facebook, Kataka Mary Satsman Gillespie.
All right. Good night, Chicago. And we pulled it out. Let's get another one.
Detroit tomorrow, baby. Go Bulls.
Good night.
Yes, sir.